But it's all relative, isn't it, really?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, if we want our respect, we can claim it ourselves.
I do.
Get rid of the ego.
When I look at someone, my eyes command respect. I can look at you, and you will respect me whether you want to or not.
I learned
That's
that
the power
on an internet site.
Yep.
They said how to tune chicks and improve in 3 days. All eye contact.
Yeah, I've done one of them, and I got like the equivalent of an A+ for it.
Yeah, I never did the test, but got all the tips. Excellent news. Like, for example, don't know if I should be giving out the tips here, but
I already know them, so it's alright.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if the chick leans forward on the table, you do it too.
Yeah, I know.
Makes her feel comfortable.
Yeah, mirroring. That's cool.
Yeah.
Learnt that on my first day, so
yeah,
easy.
Always look in the mirror in the morning. Make sure that you appear how you want to appear.
Yep.
I do that physically, metaphorically, and figuratively speaking.
You need to look in the mirror.
Morning.
You need to.
Look at your
If
soul.
you don't look in the mirror, how are you ever going to know the message you are conveying to the world?
Oh, it's like that story with the mirror that never lied. Mirrors do never lie.
They don't.
It's the story of Little Red
mine
Riding
does.
Hood.
Yep.
Got kicked out.
Easy.
Met the 7 dwarfs because the mirror told the truth.
It did.
And that's just what we learn when we're young.
She couldn't handle the answer, but I can. I can look in the mirror and I'm ready to accept whatever it tells me.
Well,
no problem.
That's the task we have in life, to accept the truth, feel it.
Yeah. Most people can't.
Get rid of our egos.
Well,
but keep them at the same time. To
I
produce things.
don't think I have one. So, transcended that about 10 years ago. When I was in Japan studying Zen, very important part of my life, I feel since then I have lost all egotistical influences. I'm a better person. I've become more modest. And I'm just generally a good bloke. You can ask anyone, especially down at Channel 9, and they will say, "Oh, Maurice, great bloke. I know him well."
Yeah,
Bought me coffee once.
Same with the producers of the magazines, the newspapers, everyone, the radio stations in Victoria.
Yeah.
All of them say, Geoff is the best person we've ever had in any sort of news thing.
That's what they said about me, but they said not just any news thing, but really anyone I have ever met in my life.
Or they said about me, any person who has ever been in the news or on the radio in Australia on any station.
Yep, but that's less people than they would have met in their real life. Probably. No, logically it would be.
But, more better people.
Maybe.
So only the good people get on the news.
Who's to say?
What is good? I know.
Good question.
This is a good question.
I ask myself that every day.
When I
believe
enlightened.
the way I live my life is the answer, I believe.
Well, when I reached enlightenment in Honduras, I realised that, people say there's bad people say there's good people.
Yeah.
I say, same. All the same.
All equal. Some are more equal than others, but
physically, some are stronger, aren't they?
Yeah,
but that's the yin and the yang.
Yes. You got to have
that. Equality is the good and the bad. So they're unequal, but it all makes one big swirly thing.
That's right.
Like a wheel.
And when you have yin and yang...
Oh, if you swirl it, it goes grey.
I know. Because when they blend together, the world is grey.
Perfectly proportioned.
Not black and white.
No.
You look at the world and you try and find black and white, you won't. You will only find grey.
But when you travel to more tough countries like I have, you begin to notice that, some people are bad, but probably have good in their hearts.
Some don't.
Maybe.
But there are ugly people in the world.
It's without going saying, but you need the ugly so the beautiful exist.
Well, I don't know. I reckon we could do without them. But, nevertheless, there is something they can teach us.
Did you know we wouldn't need a word beautiful if everyone was beautiful? It'd just be person.
No.
Person.
Yep.
Maybe we could say, the scene is beautiful, but it's not.
I'm more than capable of appreciating a beautiful scene. I've done that many times.
Oh, I did photography courses.
Yep.
All the time.
Same.
But
I'm really good at recognising where beauty lies in the world.
Yep.
Like
Probably,
when I was
I'd
in
say-
Japan.
I'd
Well,
say
no,
Central
when
America,
I was in Japan,
South America,
when I was in
maybe.
Japan,
Congo.
I spent heaps of time in those Zen gardens. You know, it's all just like rocks.
Yeah, but it's a bit artificial.
It's like just a big rock and then like pebbles, white pebbles on the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
natural beauty.
Yep. The best beauty, I say, is pure natural beauty.
Easy.
Congo, Amazon, been to it all, seen it all, done that. And beauty, the main beauty is when you're tackling things. The main beauty is when you're out there surviving and experiencing not just visual beauty, but just life.
Definitely. And I reckon the best kind of beauty in that sense is in Australia.
Never.
Australia is a beautiful country.
When I went to all the places all around the world that I've been to, backpacking, travelling, working, grabbing my culture, you know, just obtaining as much culture as I
I
can
have
get.
never taken a backpack.
Never? No?
Just take or just take the clothes on my back
Yep.
and my mind. That's it.
Oh, I just meant like a small bag, like a little mochila.
How
just-
small?
Just a school bag,
Oh, yeah,
just for
that's
my
right.
water.
That's
just
okay.
need it. And never need to change clothes.
No.
They always said to me, the people, they said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Australia." They said, "That is the most beautiful place in the world."
They all know.
Yep.
You know why? Because
And
they've seen it on TV.
Technology, again, helping our lives, but
Making it better.
yeah, but making us dream of going to other places. you
I
know?
don't dream, I just do it.
I am.
When I was in Manila, I was not ever dreaming about going there. It was a spontaneous decision. I just called the travel agent and I went, yep, I want to book myself in for the Kentucky tour to Manila. And they just set it up like that and I did it.
That's spontaneous.
It
I'll
is.
tell you
That's
what.
how I live my life.
Kind of the same thing for me, but I did it in 1 week and said, want to go to Central America in 1 week. And they said, oh, but you got to book somewhere to live. Said, no, I
No,
don't.
not important.
I don't need stuff like that. I don't need self-preparation. I'm spontaneous.
Easy.
And they said, oh, but they speak another language. I said, my mind goes past that.
Not a problem.
Don't need that.
Neither did I. When I was in Honduras,
1 year
when I was
teaching
in
English.
when I was in Honduras, I was learning Spanish since the moment I got there, and a week before because I bought a Lonely Planet phrase book.
I don't need to self-prepare.
yeah.
I went not knowing anything.
Well, you
just
don't need
absorbing
to.
the culture.
Yeah, same.
Just learned of
That's
the
what
culture.
I did. I was absorbing it every single day.
Yeah, but you were
Getting
living
better
down to
all
the
the
easy
time.
parts, weren't you?
No, I was in the barrios, man.
I was living in Centro, where everyone said this is
Yeah,
the most
Centro. That's the middle part.
most complicated
Centro
place to
means
live.
center in Spanish. I learnt that while I was learning Spanish. So
Well, middle is mitad.
I
With
know.
an accent.
Yeah,
With an accent, Spanish accent.
yeah,
Well, Central
yeah.
America.
Because they put them on the letters, and I do that when I write
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, you gotta.
Some people don't put them in.
I
But
know
do.
it's so uncultural. Same with the question marks. Got to put an upside down one
Yeah,
too.
upside down, creative.
Upside- No, going with the culture. I make sure whenever I go to a place, I
Always blending in.
blending in.
Yep.
Got blue eyes, blonde hair,
Not a problem.
beautiful skin.
Blend in mentally.
Yep.
Always speaking the language, assimilating the culture. When I came back to Australia, my mates looked at me and they just asked, "Who is this bloke? You've changed."
Different.
And
And
I
that's-
just said to him, "Mate, I've been in Honduras."